Hi, I'm Camilla.
And I'm Kane, and we are the FI Resellers.
Welcome back to our channel. We have another What Sold video for you this week, and this was one of our best weeks ever. Well, one of our best week ever. But, it just keeps getting better.
Yeah.
Each week we just keep growing our business, so we are excited to share with you 10 great sales and a couple sales of items that we would not pick up again. We'll share our total numbers from the past week, how much we make on each platform. Then we're going to share a little bit about our investment, or how our investments are doing, how much we put in this week. And then we are going to share a community BOLO. So this is an item that someone else has sold that has sold really well that we wanted to share with you. So make sure that you stay tuned until the very end for one of those.
We'll start off with this Domkey camera bag. It did not have the inserts in it, but it still sold for $77.60 on eBay. Crazy.
When I found this in the bag bin, I just thought, I know from watching the Hoogs that camera stuff can be good, and this seemed like a camera bag. So I put it in my cart and I just looked it up while I was there and found out that it was a really good item. It was selling for about $50 plus shipping, so I think that's what we sold it for, $50 plus shipping, maybe $60 plus shipping. You'll see it on the screen. I was really excited to find that, and now I will definitely be on the lookout for that brand of camera bags, because this wasn't in the best condition. It was worn on some of the edges, but I think it's supposed to kind of be like that. Even with that, and it didn't have any of the inserts or anything like that, it still sold really well.
Now, you know what we say about cashmere, okay? We sold this Garnet Hill green cashmere poncho for $49.65 on eBay in March.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So this sold really quickly as soon as I cross-listed it. So I had it on eBay for a couple days, and then I cross-listed it to Poshmark Mercari and Facebook Marketplace. I think I had it listed for $50. Someone came in and offered me $40, which I was happy to accept. We got it at the bins. It was super lightweight. It was a really pretty poncho. It was this nice color green. It had kind of like a cable knit down the front. It was really nice. A really, really nice piece. So we like picking up Garnet Hill. This is only the second piece that we found by this brand, but both have sold. They sold pretty well, kind of bread and butter, but this was really nice. This was above bread and butter. This was fancy homemade sourdough and fresh hand-churned butter. That's what this was. So this was great.
We sold this lot of 4 Columbia PFG shirts for $42 on Mercari.
This was a great sale. It was one that the buyer had made a lower offer. I think we had it listed at $56, and I accepted the offer. However, when we went to ship it out, it was heavier than what I had originally put on there. I put 2 pounds, and it was closer to 3 pounds. So I needed to cancel the sale and then relist it with the updated shipping. So we did that, and the buyer came through and bought it. But that is something that happens to us kind of often on Mercari. We need to be better about weighing things before we put them on there.
Yeah, we're just guessing. That's not the best way to do it.
Yeah. And so we tend to, have that happen to us sometimes. And usually the buyers come back and they purchase it. What we do is we, offer them the same total amount. So
that usually means we get a lower profit, but we still make the sale. So we'll take the sale even though it might be $3 lower.
Right.
It still works out.
And this was a great pickup. We would definitely recommend picking up Columbia PFG shirts if you can find multiples. They seem to do pretty well. They sold pretty quickly.
Yeah. We sold this sleeveless dress by Eileen Fisher for $40 on Poshmark.
So this was one that someone had bought on eBay and returned due to fit. So we relisted it. And I think actually I must not have delisted it on other platforms, because usually I don't remember to relist on the other platforms once I've deleted it. So it was still available on Poshmark, which good thing the person bought it once we had it back in stock, back in our hands. And this was a great sale, and the person gave us, 5 stars. So they're not going to return it, which is great, which, you always worry about with sales that have been returned once, even though it was just because of fit. So really happy with that sale. Eileen Fisher is one of our fave brands to pick up. We love finding Eileen in the bins.
We sold this The North Face backpack for $49.30 on eBay. And I think we sold one last week. That was a different one. So this one, also very nice. Almost $50 for it.
Yes, so definitely be on the lookout for these North Face backpacks.
The North Face.
The ones that we've picked up have been the black ones. And I think that those do better because, anyone can wear a black backpack rather than a pink one. You want to get kind of the unisex one so that you have a bigger audience. So the black ones seem to do pretty well. And depending on, each one has the little name at the bottom
This one was Recon.
Yeah, you can easily look it up, North Face, whatever the thing says, backpack, and you'll find the comps. So we always like that when something is easy to look up and you can see kind of exactly that item and exactly the comps for it.
We sold these brown clogs by Birkenstock for $54 on Facebook Marketplace.
So that price includes the shipping price, and that's because what we've started to do on a lot of our Facebook Marketplace items is, instead of using the prepaid shipping label that Facebook provides, is to put in our own price for shipping, and then going through the website that we use is Pirate Ship. That helps us in a couple of ways. One, it kind of lowers the price that we actually have to charge the buyer and pay for the shipping. And then it also enables us to change something. So in the case of, something weighs more than what we had estimated, we can switch it on Pirate Ship and we'll just eat the extra cost rather than having to cancel the order and relist it and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, one of the things that we hated about Mercari, right? The thing that we just talked about earlier.
Right.
It's like the flexibility makes it a little better where we make mistakes.
And Facebook used to have the option, even when you did a prepaid shipping label, so you could go in and say, okay, I want to, instead of using the prepaid, I want to just take that money and buy my own label. But in more recent listings, so listings after a certain time,
January or February,
they
stopped doing it.
At some point, they must have switched the way that they were doing it, switched their policy. And so newer listings that we have, you can't switch the label type.
Let us know if that's different for you for some reason. We've never asked the community about that.
Yeah, so it's kind of annoying because we loved that part of Facebook because, like we said with Mercari, we don't measure things, that sort of thing, which we should. I am thinking that we should, but we're just lazy.
Most of the clothing, though, we have a pretty good idea of what the weight is and what it would take to put into a padded flat rate, or what it would take to put into an envelope or even a padded mailer or whatever it is. It's just sometimes it's 2 ounces off or whatever, and it's like just a hassle.
Anyway, let us know if you have noticed that too, if you had ever used that on Facebook, if you had ever changed and bought your own label instead, and if you've noticed that has gone away, or if we just did it too many times and they just stopped letting us do it. I'm not really sure.
Let us know for sure. We sold this really nice Lily Pulitzer dress for $40 on Poshmark.
This one was great because I was able to find the exact style name of this dress. So it was like the Bryn dress, I think, and the exact name of the pattern. So I think that both of those things helped it sell pretty well. This sold for $40, even though it had some makeup stain on the inside. So it's not like it wouldn't affect the wear. But it was on the inside of the neckline.
Yeah, we got most of it out though.
It was one of the nicer Lily Pulitzer patterns in my opinion. I thought it was cute compared to some of the other ones that I think are kind of ugly. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cute, and it was a nice A-line instead of the sheath dress. So I thought, I think all those things helped it sell pretty well.
Okay, now one item that we're always excited to sell, a quilt. This really nice purple quilt. It had some really great patterns on it. We sold it for $89.45 on eBay.
So this was one that we had picked up from the bins, and I believe it was like a flying geese pattern was what I put in there, but I'm not totally sure. But the person that bought it sells quilts also on eBay.
A specialist, apparently.
Yes, so I would have assumed that she would have said, this is not the pattern or whatever.
Or she knows that it isn't and she wants to resell it for more with the right pattern. So
yeah, maybe. Who knows?
We'll have to be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
We'll see if she's going to relist it for higher.
Yeah, I mean, she can. I'm happy for people that do that. And I'm happy to provide, inventory for people if that's what they want. This was just a really nice quilt. It was in pretty good condition and had a couple kind of a mark on it, I think, that we found. But it was, not ripped or anything. And so we just really loved it, and we're happy to send it to someone who will also really love it.
Yeah, it sold in 3 days, which is very surprising.
Yeah.
Okay, next is a very interesting one. We don't ever really pick up things like these, but we got it for $5. It's a Spirit of St. Louis radio that the buyer paid $101.70 for on eBay.
Technically, they paid more than that because it was global shipping. It was a huge radio, not it was antique style radio. So we ended up paying almost $25 for shipping on that. So just to kind of keep that in mind, that $100 is not pure profit, but it did sell for a good amount, and we were able to profit a good amount. And this was a really cool item, not something that we usually pick up. Right.
When I saw it, I looked up the comps and I thought, well, we'll take a chance on it for $5.
But it did take us a while to list it, I think, too, because
but it sold in a month, so that's also kind of surprising. It's just one of those very interesting things that I really just couldn't pass up.
Yeah. And the other thing about it was someone had reached out to us and wanted to do like a local pickup for it. And so we had switched the listing to local pickup, then the person never bought it. And then we switched it back to shipping. And so then it was just like a weird, like we got a lot of weird questions.
Yeah, there was a lot of interest in it, very surprisingly, but it finally sold to someone internationally, which I'm very happy for it. It's gone. It took up a lot of space in our inventory.
Yeah, exactly.
Next, a really exciting one. This sale, the buyer was all in $108.96.
No, $108.65.
Oh, $108.65. And dang, look at this embroidery.
I know, it's so cool.
You guys haven't seen this particular piece because we haven't hauled it yet. But we will get that video out shortly. But boy, we love selling Johnny Was.
I know.
Look at this. We just love these tags. They're so crazy embroidered.
I know. We love seeing that tag in the bins.
Yeah.
Wow. Love at first sight.
Yeah. And of course, we're going to pack it up nicely. And look at that. And we sold it on eBay. So we'll use our sticker. We're going to put it into a padded flat rate and make sure it's nicely insured because, priority mail. So there you go. Beautiful. Well, hopefully you like that little intermission where we are trying to do something a little different so that we can show you the embroidery on that Johnny Was piece. It was incredible. And it's not the only Johnny Was piece that we have in our closet. So we're hoping to show you some more other really cool ones in the future too.
Johnny Was is our favorite, our number one favorite brand to find and pick up. And so this is a great sale. It sold in less than a week. And we are just really excited to get that out to the buyer. Yeah.
Now it's time for some what we call duds, but really they're things that are notable that you should kind of have in the back of your mind so that you maybe don't pick it up. This first one is this T-Tech by Tumi jacket for $24.90 on eBay.
So we have had that for a really long time, like over a year.
Yeah.
And so Tumi is a great brand for bags and like luggage and things like that. But the jacket, it wasn't leather, like Tumi's not known for it. It's just like not great. I would not recommend picking up clothing by Tumi unless it's maybe like a leather jacket or leather pants or leather boots or something. I'm not really sure.
Yeah.
If they make those things, but the jacket was like a no-go.
Right.
Yeah, a no-low, if you will.
We sold this leopard print pleated skirt by White House Black Market for just $10 on eBay.
Yeah, and we have had that since October of 2020. So I would not recommend picking that up. It wasn't really in style anymore. We had even free shipping on it. I think at one point I had even put it up to auction for like $4.99. No one bid on it. So it's like not great. Like, do not pick this up if you see it. We don't pick up most White House Black Market. We've had a couple good sales of different things, I think we picked up like a leopard print jacket at one point, but most of the time we leave it behind because it's a dime a dozen on eBay.
Yeah, I think this one's on me because I picked it up when we were still learning and this one was a terrible, terrible buy. So learn from us, don't pick it up. I think this one we've mentioned before, but it's worth mentioning again considering just how fast it sold and all that. We don't generally pick up Chicos, but we do generally pick up Zenergy by Chicos. And the zip-up jacket sold for $26.10 on eBay.
This is actually a BOLO. So not a NOLO, not a dud. This is a BOLO. Because it does sell really quickly, these Zenergy items, especially the Zenergy items in larger sizes. Chicos in general sells better in larger sizes than it does in the smaller ones, but we love picking up Chicos Travelers and Chicos Zenergy. Those are the two like sub-brands of Chicos that seem to do pretty well. People search them out online. And so this sold, really quickly before I could even cross-list it, which is great. Yeah. I love when things sell before I can cross-list them because it lowers the amount of work that I have to do. Yeah.
We sold this pencil skirt by Ralph Lauren for just $8 on Poshmark.
So this was another one that we've had since 2020. And this we've had since February of 2020. I think this was our oldest listing.
761 days.
Yes, this was one of the very first things I listed on Poshmark before we were even really super into reselling, when I just pretty much had my Instagram. This was posted originally on my Instagram. It didn't sell there. It didn't sell on Poshmark. And you can tell that it's so old because it's on a mannequin. And I don't ever use mannequins for my regular listings anymore. And I haven't since probably February 2020. Finally sold. I'm so happy to get that out of my house. I could have cried when it sold. I was like, this is amazing. Don't pick it up.
Unless you want to be super happy 700 and some odd days later.
Yeah.
Delayed gratification.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are our duds for you.
Yeah.
Be on the lookout. Don't pick it up.
Yeah. Except this energy, that's not a dud. So here are our numbers from the past week. We sold a total of 87 items, which is the most items that we've ever sold in 1 week, which is awesome. We had a gross revenue of $2,364.30.
Just crazy.
Our cost of goods for those 87 items was $172.59. And on eBay, we sold 36 items for a total profit of $763.41. On Poshmark, we sold 28 items for $384.77. Mercari, we sold 13 items for $190.52. On Facebook Marketplace, we sold 10 items for $167.94. So in total, our profit after fees, shipping, and cost of goods for all 4 platforms was $1,506.64.
Just crazy. Just nuts.
Yeah. So this is, way blew out our, goal of $1,000 for the week. This was an amazing week. I think we had a couple things that we did. First of all, on Thursday of the previous week, I sent out 20% offers with the not free shipping, but the middle discounted shipping, the good discounted shipping, the one that's $5 on Poshmark. So I got a lot of sales from that on Poshmark, which if you look at our net profit, average profit per item per platform, Poshmark is the lowest this week. So I think, that helped us get a lot of sales, but it didn't really help our profits all that much.
Yeah, the average anyway.
Right. And then we had a couple really good sales on eBay, and Facebook Marketplace and Mercari both kind of showed up this week, making almost $200 on each, which is great. Overall, it seems like, things are going pretty well, but each week can be totally different. Yeah. So we're not, thinking that every week is going to be like this.
We definitely don't expect it to be this.
This was really exciting. It made us realize, how close we are to our goal of having 1,000 listings and having this be, real full-time income. Mm-hmm. So this is just really exciting.
Yeah. Now it's time for an update on our total stock market index experiment, where we show you what we're doing with some of this money. We put $191 from Mercari's profits into the total stock market index, and here's where we're at. We are still down, but it's a $400 some odd swing from last week. Exciting. Mm-hmm. Things are starting to look up, and we are still down $279, but things are just looking up to the point where we can get excited about the momentum. And we have $7,000 into this experiment now. Obviously, our other investments are, pretty much the same pace, where we were down a lot, and then now it's starting to climb back up.
Yeah, now we're down less, which is good.
Yeah, and so it kind of goes to show you that what we said last week about stocks is really about a long-term mindset, and this is something that you really have to be patient about. And it really was a pretty good time to get in last week. If you did, great for you. If you didn't, there's never a great, perfect time to get in. So if you want to start doing it, you should probably do it now.
Yeah, the best time to have gotten into the stock market is 20 years ago, but the next best time is today.
Yep.
Sometimes when we talk about saving and investing, some people say, I want to just be able to live it up now because, you only live once and,
YOLO.
All that kind of stuff. So I want to be able to spend the money that I have right now, which I guess is reasonable, kind of a reasonable starting point. You only have one life to live. However, again, you only have one life to live. So do you want to spend your whole life working, spending 40, 50 hours a week, working for someone else, doing what they want to do, instead of being able to do what you want to do and have the freedom to be able to do that? That's what saving and investing, gets you to be able to do. You want to balance that with the idea that no one is guaranteed tomorrow, so you can, go hard on, rice and beans, really live, you can live in this tiny little place and, save all your money and not spend it ever and be, really stingy with your money. But that means that you aren't happy right now. Mm-hmm. And who's to say that you're ever going to make it to where you can retire and live it up? Who's to say that you won't die tomorrow, right, while you're still in this stingy lifestyle that doesn't make you happy. So as you're, saving and investing, and as you're thinking about retiring or thinking about your future, you also want to balance future goods with current goods, so that, you are happy in your current lifestyle, but that you're working towards a future lifestyle that includes more freedom and more flexibility.
Yeah, you definitely want to enjoy the journey. And, when it comes to kind of this whole mindset, that's why we think the financial independence community is so similar with the reselling community. It's really important that we all do what we like. And if we don't, then we try to change our minds about it, change our perspectives about it. And what I want to plug real quick is we do these monthly talks with resellers who are pursuing a version of financial independence. Not everyone is going to retire early, but they give you a perspective that is very in line with what we think is important for you to consider, right? Everyone's doing it their own different way, and everyone can reach financial independence through reselling if they wanted to, or a part of reselling, or side hustle, or full-time, whatever it is. We hope that you join us each month where we talk about financial independence and how these resellers are doing it, and we're just chatting with them. So we had this playlist that we're gonna put up there. We spoke with many great bigger resellers, bigger than us, and their YouTube channels are great too, so you should definitely check those out and just see if something resonates with you, and hopefully that helps you change your trajectory so that you can also have your money make you money, and just build a life that you love for the future that you want. Okay, now it's time for one really good community BOLO. We have this from Blue Bay and Babe. She sent us this really nice piece. She says she got it for $6, but 50% off, so really $3 from Goodwill. Amazing. This item is Magnolia Pearl, and if you didn't already know, it's definitely a BOLO. Be on the lookout. She sold this and made $140 profit. Crazy. So all things considered, Poshmark, taking its fees and whatnot, $140 is great. This is something that's still on our bucket list. We're so excited that someone sent this to us so we can talk about, because it's just a really good brand that has a pretty great sell-through rate and pretty desirable as well.
Yeah, and you wouldn't necessarily always realize it when you're looking at the piece because they kind of look junky to me, like personally.
Some of them do, yeah.
Yeah, so I think
the style.
They aren't like eye-catching in some ways. Like
maybe that's the vibe they're going for.
Yeah, I think it is. I think that is the vibe that they're going for. But it's something that you could easily pass over in the bins if you weren't looking for it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so
not to poo-poo the brand or whatever. I'm not trying to be mean or all of that. I'm just saying that it would be easy to pass up if you don't know that it's a really good brand.
Right. So thank you so much, Blue Bay and Babe, for sending that to us. We were so excited that you had this great sale and that you shared it with us, because like I said, we are still looking out for this brand, and it's just another one that you should be putting on the bucket list as well.
So thank you so much for watching this video. Leave a comment down below how your sales are going. We hope that you are doing well. And if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. That tells YouTube that it should show it to more people, that it's a good video that people actually like.
Yeah.
And if you aren't subscribed, consider subscribing. We would love to have you as part of our community here on YouTube. We just love building this community and would love to hear from you in whatever way.
Yeah, keep that passion burning, y'all. I really hope that our success is inspiring you. We're not here to brag. We really are here to show you that reselling can work, and that your financial independence is in your hands, that you have the power to live a great life, all of that, and we are really rooting for you. So we'll see you later.
Bye. But it did sell for, I think, $49 or $59. I can't remember. But it did sell for a good amount.